Far from the madding tourist crowds, Isaan is Thailand's most mysterious, least known and largest region. It sits on the Korat Plateau in the country's northeast. With a rich and singular history, this fertile agricultural region has borders with Cambodia in the south and further north with the Mekong River, which separates it from Laos, with which it shares a history, culture, and language. Far from the tourist beaches and overcrowded cities, Isaan is the authentic face of Thailand. In the far north of the country on the banks of the Mekong, Isaan awakens. Every morning, Khonsap, like many inhabitants of the region, makes the most of the cool temperature and exceptional light to recharge and commune with nature.
Dawn is the best time of day to go fishing. The people of Isaan have always lived by the Mekong. It's the soul of Isaan and flows through the veins of the people here. It provides us with work and food.
The river shores offer fine plots of farmland, and the constant flow of fresh water, so vital to farming, is a veritable boon for its inhabitants. All manner of fruits and vegetables are grown here, along with tobacco, which is sold all over Asia. To get a good idea of the river's influence on the region, we have to head to the highlands and the village of Sangkom. This is where you will find the finest view over the Mekong. While the Sangkom Temple has long been famous in this region, over the past few years it has gained popularity throughout the country thanks to its glass platform. With the void beneath one's feet and its unparalleled views, Sangkom is a must-see when visiting Isaan. Still on the banks of the Mekong, a few hundred kilometers away, one village has successfully retained the charms of its traditional architecture. While in the rest of the country, concrete buildings are progressively taking the place of traditional wooden houses, the decor in the streets of Chiang is much prized by Thai holidaymakers. Every morning, barefoot Buddhist monks roam the streets of the town, performing the ritual known as Saibat. It's a quest for food to be shared with the most destitute. These offerings are a way for adepts to accrue good deeds and purify their souls for future lives. On the banks of the Mekong, peculiar craft are evidence of another custom, Pa Sat. Suyan, the manager of the tourist office, perpetuates this tradition to the great delight of passing tourists.
Pasat is a local custom. It's part of the beliefs of Chiang Khan's inhabitants. We get rid of negative energy and accumulated worries by putting them in the Pasat.
Pasat are made of flowers, which are sometimes molded in natural wax, fruit, coconut shells, banana leaves, and pieces of papaya. Once the construction is complete, Suryan intones a prayer.
In these prayers, we ask that positive vibrations enter our lives.
The pasat is placed on the water, and the problems that it carries will disappear forever in the depths of the Mekong. These local beliefs and customs are found all over Isaan. 300 kilometers to the east, a holy mountain has, over the years, become an essential pilgrimage destination for the local population. Wat Phutok, the temple of the Lonely Mountain, perches on the summit of a rocky outcrop almost 400 meters above the ground. Along the way, numerous very realistic sculptures of monks inspire the pilgrims as they climb. A series of walkways encircles the mountain over 7 levels. But to reach them, one must scale a multitude of very steep stairways and wooden gangplanks. These 7 levels represent the stages of Buddha's path to wisdom. Certain sections are rather less than reassuring. Bridges that hang over the void, dizzying slopes, and flimsy and damaged handrails give the excursion a flavor of adventure. For believers in the concept of reincarnation, reaching the mountain's summit means improving the quality of future lives. Once at the peak, the climber's efforts are rewarded by a panoramic view across the entire region. The final rock, with its tiny temple of fortune, offers a pleasant place to cool off after the ascent. Faced with this verdant horizon, the adept is filled with a sense of calm and fulfillment. Still in the north of Isaan, on the edge of the Mekong, the border town of Nong Khai hides an invaluable historical treasure. Wat Po Chai Temple is one of the oldest and most sacred in the region. It houses a Buddha statue famous throughout the land, known as the Langpo Prasai. This solid gold Buddha, decorated with dozens of rubies, is renowned for its remarkable destiny. On the walls of the main pavilion, brightly colored frescoes tell its story, a pictorial representation of the birth of modern-day Isaan. Adejan Kwan, the monk who runs the temple, knows the whole tale.
This is an ancient temple that was built 500 years ago.
Originally, in the 18th century, Luang Po Prasai belonged to the king of Laos. The Golden Buddha was one of 3 identical statues created in honor of the king's 3 daughters.
The local inhabitants gathered together their gold and money to make the 3 Buddha statues.
But in 1778, during a raid led on Laos by the king of Siam, as Thailand was then known, the statues were stolen and taken to Bangkok. It was in fact at this time that Isaan became part of Thailand. On the journey to the capital during a storm, one of the 3 statues was struck by lightning and fell into the Mekong River.
That statue is still at the bottom of the Mekong today. We don't know how to retrieve it, as it's buried under 3 meters of mud.
The 2 remaining statues were then transported by cart. But even then, the journey would not go according to plan.
When they arrived in this area, one of their cartwheels broke in front of the temple. The villagers repaired it, but the cart broke again. The king then decided that the statue should stay at Nong Khai.
While the 3rd statue finally found its way to Bangkok, Luang Po Prasai has remained in the Nong Khai temple ever since that day. This temple, and more specifically the statue, are the soul of the town and the privileged witnesses to the birth of this province called Isaan. We now head to the Loei region to discover a lake which is very popular with passing visitors. Loei province is renowned for its reserves of fresh water, its temperate climate, and its vast expanses of greenery. Lakes, waterfalls, rivers, and other tributaries of the Mekong offer a wealth of bathing opportunities. But what people really come here for is a moment of relaxation aboard one of the lake's floating straw huts. This peaceful haven is a far cry from the crowded island landscapes of southern Thailand. Here one can enjoy restaurant-style food, albeit with service delivered by canoe.
Lake Loei is a delightful tourist location, close to nature.
If you need anything at all, let us know and we'll bring it to you. When you want to return, we'll bring you back. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
This is a place where people come with family or friends during the holidays. If you have foreign friends who like to swim, you bring them here.
A few kilometers away is a place emblematic of Isaan, which is highly popular during hot weather or rainy days. At the heart of Pa Tam Chang Mountain lies a cave shrouded in legend, Erawan Cave. Erawan is the name given to a magical 3-headed elephant often mentioned in popular culture. Thais believe that the mysterious pachyderm may have chosen this place as its home. As soon as you enter the cave, you can feel the sacred atmosphere of the place. Magnificent shafts of light and mushroom-shaped rocks give the cave a mystical appearance. The multiple concretions sculpted by erosion create a natural decor of great beauty. Little information about this place exists, leaving the visitor's imagination to take flight. Still in the Loei district, a remarkable tradition brings to life bizarre creatures called Pai Ta Kon. Legend has it that spirits return from the world beyond to join humans in their revelries. Light-fingered ghosts with a sense of humor who like to play on the fears of the local populace. The Pai Ta Kon are represented via masks and colorful costumes. The masks were traditionally made out of steamer baskets, large cones woven from bamboo fibers. Nowadays, artists strive to outdo each other's creative efforts, turning out veritable masterpieces made from a variety of different materials. Every July, at the beginning of the rainy season, a carnival takes place in the district. The finest masks and costumes are eventually exhibited in the small museum in the town of Dan Sai. We now head to one of Isaan's most famous locations, Tali Budeng Lake. The 68-square-kilometer lake is home to an amazing field of pink lotuses, an incredible floral tide famous throughout the land. Sun Tong was born and raised on the shores of the lake. Over the years, he has seen this remarkable phenomenon become one of Isaan's emblematic places.
We came up with the idea of getting together and offering canoe trips on the lake.
The lotus flowers bloom between November and late January. The best time to visit is in the very early morning, as in the afternoon the flowers close to escape the heat.
The lotus flowers grow naturally.
For Sun Tong and his fellow fishermen, the pink lotus is a genuine gift from nature, which must be nurtured.
The lotus flowers are our pride and joy. They provide us with work.
This peaceful and romantic place is not to be missed on any trip to Isaan. Udon Thani, about an hour's drive away, is one of the district's largest towns. There are many open markets operating in the town day and night. All kinds of local products are on offer, such as these delicious sticky rice cakes filled with mango or banana, and lotus seeds to be nibbled as a snack or used in a salad. This big green spiky ball is a durian, the Thai's favorite fruit. Because of its distinctive, even foul smell, it's forbidden to take it into hotels or on public transportation. But the real star of the local markets is this, the Isaan pepper. It's smaller, fatter, but most of all, hotter than the traditional Asian peppers. The stands also offer a range of edible insects. Crickets, silkworms, giant cockroaches. The Thais appreciate these creepy crawlies as a valuable source of protein. Noom is the owner of one of the best restaurants in town. He considers edible insects an important part of Isaan's culinary heritage.
No one's sure when people started eating insects. But it's a known fact that it started in Isaan.
Today, Noom is shopping for a highly delicate and expensive ingredient. It's known as Isaan caviar. These little white pearls are in fact red ant eggs. They're very rare and highly prized. They're found only between February and May, and gathering them requires a great deal of experience.
Bye-bye, Nanoy. I'll call you tomorrow. We'll meet up.
The next day, Noom meets up with Nanoy, who runs a stand in the market. Together, they head off to hunt for ant eggs. The ants' nests are built several meters up in the trees.
Right now, she's collecting the ants' eggs. So she's placing her pole against the nest. Then she's going to shake it so that the eggs fall into the basket.
พี่น้อยก็จะเขย่าข้างล่างเพื่อให้ปลายของไม้อ่ะมันไปเขี่ยไข่ออกมา
Ants, the ants are biting me all over.
Yes, they're defending their nests.
Oh, hey, you're right.
In order to release the eggs, the harvest is dropped into a bucket of water. The ants then cling to a strip of cloth, leaving the precious caviar on the bottom of the bucket. Back in the kitchen, Noom makes a salad using the Isaan caviar. The result tastes as lovely as it looks. Our next destination is one of Thailand's most famous locations, the archaeological site of Ban Chang. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Ban Chang houses one of the country's most important museums. It depicts the history of this region and the lives of the people who lived here thousands of years ago. An entire section of the museum recreates the atmosphere of the archaeological digs of the last century in meticulous detail. The most important pieces are these antique potteries. Before the digs took place in Ban Chang, villagers building houses would find strange fragments of colored earthenware, not knowing what they were. One day, a teacher in the village who was watching the school children playing with pottery fragments realized that what they held in their hands were in fact priceless historic relics. Most of the recovered pieces have had to be restored, as the villagers used to deliberately break them up to place alongside the bodies of the dead for their final journey. Not to be missed on any trip to the area, Ban Chang Museum opens a window on Isaan's myriad forgotten secrets. 150 kilometers away in Khon Kaen district is a veritable hotbed of culture and Isaan's most studious town. Its many universities attract students from all over the district. In this middle school, after the studying is done for the day, in between playing football and video games, the students learn traditional songs, dances, and music from the region, like Molam music. Originally, a musician, a singer, and a dancer shared the stage. Songs told tales of unrequited love and described life in the country. Most of these songs had a moral, a life lesson for the audience. Modern Molam has evolved and has engendered an artistic new wave. Punchi teaches this and related arts to the school's students.
Over 10 years ago, a famous Isaan artist, Master Phueng Rasami, decided to modernize Molam. He came up with the idea of blending traditional instruments like the khaen and the oud with electric guitar and bass.
Each dance move has a very specific meaning. Some of them evoke gentleness, others grace or generosity. While these performing arts have evolved over the years, they remain at the heart of the local inhabitants' identity. The shows put on by the school attract greater and greater audiences each year.
We're rehearsing a show we're going to perform in a month's time for a very important event, the Silk Festival in Chonabut town.
Chonabut is a few kilometers away from Khon Kaen. Its inhabitants are experts at a skill recognized all over the world, the manufacturing of rare and precious silk. In these large wicker alveoli, silkworms produce cocoons of silk. The smallest worms are the most valuable. While they produce less, their silk is of a better quality. Once collected, the cocoons are taken to another building to be sorted, threaded, and dyed in different colors. Minerals, fruits, and tree barks are used to dye the precious fabric. In this building, they are making thick black thread. The bobbins can run up to 100 meters. This is meticulous work, and the slightest error can ruin the precious yarn. In the town center, there's a museum devoted to the history of silk. Chonabut's expertise has allowed it to win the Best Silk in Asia competition on several occasions. The local weaving technique is very special. It's known as mudmi, and its methods are a jealously guarded secret. However, a number of antique looms and weaving tools lie on the floor. Hung on the walls is a variety of pieces of silk from different periods and of different qualities. This piece is the star of the show. It's the most expensive piece of mudmi silk in the world, worth around 6,000 euros. For anyone wanting to buy a souvenir, the museum gift shop has a rather more affordable range of fabrics and clothing. In the north of the region, Mahasarakam district is home to one of the longest wooden bridges in the world. Over a kilometer long, the bridge stretches across the river, linking the two parts of Khai Dam village. Porsha was born here. She witnessed the building of the pontoon, which changed the lives of the local population.
The pontoon in Khai Dam was built so that villagers could go to the paddy fields and the school on the opposite bank.
It has even become a daily meeting place for the villagers. The bridge has become famous countrywide and is an object of curiosity. Over the last 50 years, the Khai Dam Bridge has become a popular destination for visitors from all over Thailand. A stroll across the pontoon, which spans the lotus-covered middle of the lake, is a unique and authentic experience. Isaan is the largest region in Thailand, as well as the most agricultural. This is the country's larder, where fruit, vegetables, rice, but also sugarcane are grown. Twice a year, Jan Pen and her family gather in their field to harvest the cane.
Our family has been cultivating sugarcane for a very long time. The field's been handed down over several generations. We use it to make sugar and alcohol. There's a lot you can do with sugarcane. It's one of the most commonly grown crops in Isaan.
Easily grown, economical, quick to harvest, and easy to process, sugarcane is one of local farmers' favorite crops. Each harvest is an excuse for a party where the whole family gets together. The end of the rice harvest is also cause for numerous celebrations. In the town of Mahasakaram, the occasion is marked by an exhibition of straw statues, which attracts thousands of visitors each year. It's an opportunity to see remarkable creations which can be up to 6 meters tall, giant works of art to enchant both young and old. Organizing the exhibition takes a team of 15 people working for almost a week. To understand its origins, we need to leave the town and head to the little village of Dong Bang. This remarkable project is the brainchild of this artist. The rest of the year, he makes puppets and puts on puppet shows. They're mainly made of bamboo, wood, and fabric. Pisha still remembers the day the idea came to him.
I've been making puppets for over 10 years now. I was walking through the village when I saw a kid playing with a pile of boxes. They reminded me of people, and that gave me the idea of making puppets from them. I started by stacking boxes to see how they looked. Then I started adding eyes, hair, arms, and legs. That's how the puppets came about. These rice boxes have been around for over 200 years, but I'm the only person to make puppets out of them.
Over time, the figurines have grown. Pisha even gives them joints and makes them to represent famous characters from Isaan tales and legends. Pisha then decided to put on puppet shows. His first audience is the village school.
Years ago, I offered to teach the children in the village how to make and use the puppets. It's an honor for me to transmit the art and culture of Isaan to future generations.
Nearby is a remarkable secret location. On its roof are graffiti, some of them over 100 years old. This practice is thought to have begun when villagers decided to draw sacred elephants on the temple walls. Gradually, these pictures diversified to tell local folk tales. There are passages worthy of a TV documentary, relating the arrival of colonists and their slaves in the kingdom of Siam. Subjects such as death, fishing on the Mekong, and rice harvesting are represented. There's even the occasional story of sexual encounters. An ancient precursor of the television in the midst of the rice paddies. 200 kilometers east in the town of Surin, a local foundation offers a unique elephant encounter. People here have always lived with and amongst elephants. In the past, they were used in the fields as beasts of burden. Over time, some people started using them to entertain passers-by in exchange for a little money. But because many of the creatures were being ill-treated, the government banned the practice. The Surin Project Foundation offers a home to injured and unwanted elephants. Here they live in semi-liberty, free to roam during the day and protected at night. Osho, who manages the foundation, takes great care of his charges. He knows each elephant's past in detail.
That big one there is called Puki. Puki is an elephant from the north that we rescued because he had an injured ankle. Those two there are Khmer and Nopalad, their mother and daughter. They're the latest arrivals to the project.
To finance the elephants' new home, their food, and the care they require, the foundation offers tourists the opportunity to spend the day with them. But there's no question of exploiting them by climbing on their backs or making them do tricks. Here, the elephant is king, and man merely a discreet observer. Isaan has a wealth of unique places and unforgettable human encounters. In the east of the region, in Sisakat district, is a unique temple not to be missed. It was built from over 1.5 million glass bottles. Facades, pillars, and roofs, absolutely everything is made from beer or energy drink bottles. The frescoes on the walls are made from bottle tops and tell the story of Buddha's life. This incredible building is the work of monk Luang Pu Lot.
I built this temple myself. The whole thing was my idea. It was in the 1980s. People would bring me bottles, and I loved the way the glass looked. If people thought about it, they'd realize that our bodies are like bottles, fragile receptacles for life. I thought of that, and I did it. I didn't think about the end result, I just did it. It doesn't matter whether it's beautiful or not. The important thing is to have thought of it and to have done it.
back to the south of Isaan and Pai Mai village, where there's a Khmer temple over 10 centuries old. In the past, Pai Mai was one of the Kingdom of Siam's major cities. On a crossroads with Laos in the north and the Khmer in the south, it's the result of a multitude of foreign influences. It's the biggest Khmer temple in Thailand. Its construction bears witness to the strong influence of Khmer culture on this region. A 200-kilometer road ran from the entrance to the heart of the Khmer kingdom. Within the main building is a statue of King Jayavarman VII. It was he who ordered the construction of this monument. Pai Mai also has another must-see attraction, one of the world's largest banyan trees. 3,200 square meters of interlinked roots and branches create a single and unique tree. Its roots are located at the tips of its branches. They cascade towards the ground like a great mop of hair. This is a sacred tree. The Thais believe that banyan trees are home to female spirits and are therefore fertility symbols. People come here to pray around the mother trunk, leave offerings, and ask the spirits for a new child in the family. Pai Mai's banyan offers a moment of peace and spirituality to everyone. "150 kilometers to the south, in Wang Nam Kheu district, is a place much loved by the Thais. Between November and March, Floral Park is a riot of color. Over a hectare of landscape is sculpted from begonias, azaleas, and impatiens. The climate in northern Thailand at this time of the year is cooler than in the rest of the country. It's not uncommon for nighttime temperatures to reach 15 degrees, making it an ideal location for growing flowers. The success of places like this has its roots in a long tradition of floral art. Creations take the form of bouquets or garlands. Whether they be religious, familial, or festive, these creations are generally intended as offerings. The people of Thailand have a great passion for flowers. They love to contemplate them for hours. Their significance is often quite specific. Lotus flowers symbolize spiritual achievement, while cherry blossoms represent the ephemeral. Though great fans of flowers, the Thais are also crazy about photographs, especially selfies. They have increasingly become an integral part of local culture. People take photos all the time and everywhere, especially if there are flowers around. Whether it be agriculture, cuisine, or crafts, Isaan has successfully retained its ancestral know-how. Dan Khian village is a fine example of this. For over 200 years, it has been famous worldwide for its pottery. over the village, there are stands selling handmade items. Vases, pots, jars, and bas-reliefs are the lifeblood of the community. They are all made with the local clay, which is reputed for its fine quality and comes from the nearby banks of the River Moon. What makes it special is its high iron content. This makes the pottery more robust and durable. It also has the reputation of being very easy to work with. The river has also enabled the village to widen its network of customers. People come by canoe from the other end of Isaan to buy the pottery being sold on the banks of the river. Waka has first-hand experience of this long-term success.
We've been making pottery here in Dan Quy for over 200 years. I use the same techniques as my ancestors did. These skills were developed by our ethnic group, the Moon.
The pieces are fired in wood-burning kilns. While their appearance is less than authentic, the technique is the same. Baking for 24 hours at 1,200 degrees Celsius.
Initially, we only made utensils, such as vases, jars, or dishes.
Nowadays, craftsmen produce a wide variety of artifacts, from garden ornaments to all manner of figurines. A go-to place for Thais and a taste of authenticity for tourists, Dan Quy village is well worth a visit. Further south, 100 kilometers from Bangkok, lies the most famous and popular place in Isaan, Khao National Park. Straddling 4 provinces, its 2,000 square kilometers make it the largest in the country. It's made up of 3 kinds of forest, great prairies, and mountains reaching over 1,000 meters. In fact, Khao means Great Mountain. The park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is home to one of Asia's mightiest forests. Almost 70 mammal species have been recorded here. Hundreds of wild elephants live here in peace and quiet. There are also deer, bears, leopards, tigers, gibbons, and many macaques. Khao is also home to 300 different bird species. At the heart of the park, several waterfalls cascade down. The most famous and accessible is called Loei. It's forbidden to swim here. It's a place to take photographs and enjoy the cool ambiance. This oasis of nature, nestled in the mountains, is one of the places where the Thais have best succeeded in allying heritage and modernity. The best example of this is these 15 hectares of grapevines on the park's border, Grand Monte Vineyard. Nikki, at the head of this wonderful estate, is the talented young woman devotedly caring for the precious bunches of grapes.
We're grape producers in Khao. Isaan is the biggest agricultural region in the country. The land has been traditionally cultivated since time immemorial, but in the last 20 years, we've learned how to grow grapes.
Mulching, drop-by-drop watering, oak barrel storage, Nikki uses the most sophisticated techniques in her wine production.
The quality of our wine has a global reputation. We've even created a protected geographical provenance label, Khao Yai wine. We found our own terroir here. The unique climate and environment of Khao Yai are reflected in the flavor of our grapes.
A cradle of civilization where nature and culture exist in harmony. This key region of Southeast Asia presents a different face of Thailand, a more secret and authentic Thailand.